Nice.
I'm in Iceland this week with Gabe McClintock, an incredible photographer that for sure had a big part in making elopements what they are today. He's probably also responsible for about $1 billion of tourism coming into Iceland over the past 10 years, and I don't even think I'm exaggerating. His work here has really inspired thousands to come and see Iceland for the first time.
My name's Gabe McClintock, and we're doing a one-day workshop here in Iceland at Hotel Ranga. So this, I think, will be my 17th time here. First time was 10 years ago, and yeah, that was my very first wedding here, and it went, I hate the term viral, but it went viral, and that kind of kickstarted everything for me. So Iceland definitely has like a pretty close, tie to like my heart, my professionally, personally, everything. It really just changed everything for me. So this being my very first one-day workshop here on my own, I've taught workshops here before with other people, but being my very first like personal workshop, this is cool. Where do I live? I live in the suburbs of Calgary, but I live pretty much on the doorstep of the Canadian Rockies. So I grew up in the mountains. Definitely being outside has a huge impact in my work. I prefer to shoot outside.
And how do you feel about the volatile weather conditions? Do you enjoy the challenge?
I prefer volatility. I find when it's like crappy outside, your natural tendency as a couple is to embrace each other and keep close when chaos is happening around you. I prefer chaos, for sure. I prefer chaos, so.
Seek chaos, and chaos finds you. Call the storm, and be swept away. Or something like that. We got wet. We're gonna talk about gear and stuff in a minute, but right now, this is a pretty chaotic scene, right? Wind, water, what do you do?
Yeah, come towards me a little.
This is top 1% challenging conditions for photographers. And how did Gabe create something so calm?
Yeah, there, yeah. I think down here. See the light? Can you pull your hair just a little that way? Just so so you can feel the light on your face. I'm gonna get you to slide this way, sorry, this way. Yeah, just so the light's hitting you there. Turn your head this way. Yes, there, good. Is everyone good? Yeah. Okay.
What's your review of location number 1?
What? Yeah, that was.
It's such a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
The rainbow and like
Rainbow, waterfall, Iceland.
what more do you want? People in love.
Sat in a classroom?
Sat in a classroom to this?
This?
That's a big change.
What lens were you using there the most?
35. Canon 35.
Is that your go-to for?
That's my go-to. I'm a 50, but I feel like here it's tight. Too tight.
And you have the old 35?
Yeah.
Those ones have like the red flare though.
They do.
Like what you and Jenna have.
Yeah.
Those
they have the nice Canon flare.
Yeah. That went away. Why did they take it?
I don't know.
What camera you got here?
What are you doing over there?
What are we doing?
Canon R5.
Nice. Not the 5D Mark II?
I was going to go with the Rebel TI, but
That's nice.
Yeah.
T5?
T5. It's not about the gear, Taylor.
It's a little about the gear sometimes.
It is. You're right.
And are you a big fan of the Canon flare on those nice lenses?
I am. That's actually why I switched back to Canon. I was shooting Canon, and then I shot Nikon for a while, and then I missed the flare. So made my way back.
That's fair.
And haven't looked back ever since.
Iceland is a lot of fun for wedding photography. It's challenging, it's random, and when it all comes together, it feels really nice. You also get to create in a completely different environment than any usual wedding day.
What I'm gonna show you guys here is I'm gonna pose them because that rock's super small, but I'm gonna show you the laser eyes to see what that looks like, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go over here. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the eyes, okay? So, can you just put your head against, so you're gonna look here, yeah. You'll turn your head this way, yeah, there. So can you see just this, okay? Take your chin up, your chin, yeah. Back up, yeah. Turn your head this way a little. Turn your head into her a little. And look down. There? Okay, hold on, stay there. I'm gonna touch your head, okay? There. Can you see the difference? Okay, just like that. Look down, both of you. Fall. Tickle all the way down to hand. Tickle up, follow him up, follow him up, follow him up, grab his hand, squeeze. Yeah, just like a really like, just less, but like just kind of like a little roll and almost there. So don't rest your chin on her, just turn your head into her. There, yes. Yeah, just lift your chin just a little. Yeah, there.
That's the one. I hope everyone got that one.
Drop it down. Drop it down, follow it down, all the way to her hand. Follow her up, all the way up, all the way up. Follow him up. Squeeze him there.
What's your general approach to posing couples?
So I'm very directive, like super directive, because I find couples typically don't know what to do, and that's where I think the awkwardness comes into play. So if I'm giving them direction, it allows them to, it takes the awkwardness of thinking off their plate. So then they can just focus on each other. So that's why I'm like always talking. Move your hands here, you know, look this way. I'm moving like hair this way, chin this way, look that way. And I feel like couples get a sense of ease and calmness when they're knowing they're being taken care of. So very directive. So laser eyes, when a couple is facing, when their eyes are looking in the same direction, I find there's a lack of connection, but I find soon as, if you imagine lasers coming out, as soon as those lasers cross, I feel like the connection happens visually in the photo. So I always just tell my couples, just imagine lasers coming out of your eyes and they need to cross and intersect. And it just creates a better visual connection. Yeah. Laser eyes.
So laser eyes.
Laser eyes. She's gone. All right, run back. Just don't trip on it. And then together, okay? Apart, just so there's like this, right? It gives contrast, like variety. You ready? So we're gonna go pretty much 10, 15, 20 feet that way, and then you're gonna start walking this way. So everyone, as they're walking, walk backwards with them. So we're gonna move with them. Just down, up, left, right. Look around, look down, look up, left, right. Fix your hair, grab your hair, pull it out. Yes. Kind of here, and then right on this. There. So the light's coming here, hitting you there. So you're just gonna kind of turn your head into her a little. Yeah, touch her hand. Just touch hands right there. Open up your palm. Just tickle there. Tickle, yes. Yeah, just, and then that way, and just kind of eyes down this way. Yeah, turn your head into her a little. Yeah, there. Can you pull your hair that side? Yeah. Okay, like 1 minute of this.
Were you a gymnast?
Yeah, in a past life. Laser eyes.
Where should I look, or?
Just, yeah, you're just looking here.
All right, one
All right.
little wrap up here.
One little wrap up, laser eyes.
Laser eyes. Where can people go to find out more about you?
GabeMcClintock.com or onedayworkshop.ca for this.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it. It's been fun. It's been a wrap. Oh, perfect ending.
Thanks to Gabe for letting me join him at his one-day workshop. If you want to watch another video with Gabe, there's one floating on the screen right here that you can click